everybody, welcome Inside Gaming. It is time to round up this week's biggest video game news, which includes talking about why people weren't super impressed with the big 2023 PlayStation Showcase.
Z. That's all I saw.
After taking a year off, the PlayStation Showcase returned this week with tons of news, including a new hardware announcement and a widely anticipated gameplay trailer for Spider-Man 2 that featured Venom and Miles Morales.
It was awesome.
So cool. However, despite those highlights and a handful of others, there was a large camp of players and critics who felt that the showcase was actually kind of underwhelming. During the Kinda Funny Games recap of the event, Greg Miller and the gang lamented over the lack of large first-party studio announcements. The sentiment was shared and echoed over social media by multiple industry folks alike. Specifically, PlayStation fans have been waiting for new information on the Last of Us multiplayer game. Well, bad news, it wasn't at the show. There also wasn't any news from Sony's Bend Studio, Ghost of Tsushima developer Sucker Punch, or Bluepoint Games. As for PlayStation's official announcement of their new PS5 streaming device, Project Q, people instantly began memeing images of the device. Someone on Twitter mocked up a PS5U logo like the Wii U, and another made it look like the handheld was built in Zelda of Tears of the Kingdom.
I saw that one.
Deceptively, the Q looks like a gaming handheld that could rival the Steam Deck. However, it's actually meant to be more of a PS5 accessory. That's because the device can only stream games from a PS5 over Wi-Fi. Reportedly up to 1080p, 60 FPS though. It has an 8-inch LCD and the features of DualSense, but with the PC handhelds like Asus ROG Ally entering the market, along with hardware updates likely on the way from the Steam Deck, eventually, I don't know, man. You're gonna have to look out for the Switch 2 that's rumored to be out in 2024, and it's hard to see how the Q might compete, unless it's like really cheap.
As for more general sentiments about the PlayStation Showcase overall, Giant Bomb's Jeff Grubb said Sony missed the mark when it came to meeting fans' expectations. The Washington Post's Gene Park said Spider-Man developer Insomniac Games really carrying the PS5 generation. IGN's Ryan McCaffrey commented, even with Spider-Man 2 lifting the mood at the end, that hashtag PlayStation Showcase was not Sony's best showing. Looking at this list, lots of CG trailers and smaller games trying to pass off as bigger ones. Smaller games are great, of course, but these major showcases demand bigger swings. And MinMax and Kinda Funny contributor Janet Garcia called out the show entirely, saying, honestly, this PlayStation Showcase sucked. I know people will say, this is why you shouldn't have expectations, but that argument is dumb. They waited so long to do a hashtag PlayStation Showcase, and if this is the next phase of PlayStation, I am whelmed. That's not even a word. What? That's, you're not over, you're not under, you're whelmed. It wasn't all bad though, as the entire game press wasn't completely unimpressed. There was some really cool stuff at the show. Highlights for us included the Dragon's Dogma 2 trailer, Bungie returning to Marathon, the Assassin's Creed Mirage trailer, the Alan Wake 2 trailer, and the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake teaser. There was also Phantom Blade Zero, which is an action-adventure game with some real-life Sekiro vibes, okay. On the indie side, there were some bangers too. Ghost Runner 2 looks incredible. Giant Squid's next game, Sword of the Sea, seems like it combines the best elements from their past games. The Plucky Squire still looks good, and the Talos Principle 2 surely won't disappoint.
Yeah, I love that.
One of the sharpest digs at the show came from the official Xbox Twitter account, which posted a graphic when the show was over. Shade! The image depicted 12 of the games from PlayStation Showcase would also be coming to Xbox. Shade!
But PlayStation has all the games, Hashtag Team Xbox.
So overall, it wasn't a disappointing display of games, but perhaps not the best showing of what people have come to expect from a big PlayStation Showcase, especially after waiting for about 2 years since the last one.
Ready for the foam star party?
All right, well, there are more stories to get to, but first, we want to take a moment to remind you that RTX is almost here. The annual gaming, podcast, and anime convention that celebrates all things Rooster Teeth, and of course, our community, is happening from July 7th to July 9th. And you're invited, if you buy tickets. There'll be panels, meetups, and all sorts of fun stuff to do. Honestly, you can come hang out with the Inside Gaming crew. So say hi if you see us, and head over to rtxaustin.com to get your tickets today.
Let's get back into the stories. One of the most interesting bits of news to come out of the PlayStation Showcase was the fact that Alan Wake 2, a fairly impressive looking AAA game will not be getting a physical release.
What?
A lot of people are interpreting the move as a major signifier that the all-digital future is upon us and that Alan Wake 2 is likely the first major release to break the dam with many more to follow. Remedy addressed their reasoning for the decision in an official FAQ saying, "It is not uncommon to release modern games as digital only," adding that not releasing a disc helps keep the price of the game at $59.99 on consoles and $49.99 on PC. Lastly, the studio admitted one of the pitfalls of modern game creation, stating, "We did not want to ship a disc product and have it require a download for the game. We do not think this would make for a great experience either." I don't know if that's shade at Star Wars, but
I think that's shade overall, but
shade overall. It's not ideal, but it's kind of nice to see a studio be open and honest here. If you remember, the disc version of Jedi Survivor requires 150 gigs worth of updates.
What's the point of a disc, my guy?
Anyways, Alan Wake 2 is out this year on October 17th, and it looks great.
The Embracer Group's stock price dropped over 40% this week after a major deal fell through. If you're trying to remember who the Embracer Group is, well, they are that big company that has been buying up all the mid and higher tier studios they can get their hands on.
Okay.
Yeah, currently they own Coffee Stain Publishing, the Saber Group, THQ Nordic, Gearbox, and more recently they purchased a couple Western studios from Square Enix. So they now own Tomb Raider.
No one is safe!
Weirdly, they also own the rights to Lord of the Rings.
They're powerful.
Yeah, apparently the deal in question was worth $2 billion. The deal had been all but signed after 7 months of negotiations, but then it fell through in the last hour, seemingly overnight. An official statement from the Embracer Group reads, the deal would have enabled a catch-up payment at closing for already capitalized costs for a range of large budget games, but also notably improved medium to long-term profit and cash flow predictability for the duration of the game development projects. As a result, the company slashed their Q4 earnings forecast, and that's ultimately what led to Embracer's share prices crashing. Things were already looking pretty dicey for that Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake, but now the game certainly feels doomed.
Speaking of remakes, the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake has reached the conception stage.
Wait, wasn't that announced like 3 years ago?
Yep. Here's a quick recap. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time was originally developed by Ubisoft Montreal and was released in 2003. In 2020, a remake was announced, and the development was split between Ubisoft Pune and Ubisoft Mumbai. However, after multiple development issues and delays, Ubisoft gave the game back to their Montreal studio last spring. Then, finally this week, we got an update from the Ubisoft blog. The remake producer, Jean-Francois No, said, the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake is now in the conception stage, so they've basically started over.
Oh my God.
Specifically, No said, now we're building up the team, defining the priorities, putting prototypes together, testing elements, and looking at how we can include community feedback in the development as well. He added, it's still in an early stage, and players should not expect to hear more about the game this year, but rest assured, we are putting our strengths and our heart into this project. Sadly, there is still no release date. On the bright side though, all of the pre-orders for the game have been canceled and fully refunded.
Oh my God. Last week, you all shared with us many different ways and products you've used to clean your disc-based games over the years. Disc. There were many magic sprays, petroleum jelly.
I used Vaseline too. I totally forgot about that one.
Windex, alcohol wipes, toothpaste, like we mentioned before. And we saw someone mention a polishing wheel. Even someone used deodorant.
I've also used deodorant.
What is wrong with you?
Y'all, I think we're we're relating to each other a lot more than I thought.
It seems like every week someone brings up a new method we have never heard before, which has actually kind of been fun though to read everything. But we gotta move on. We cannot keep talking about this, okay? Luckily, another interesting topic did surface in the comments. Last week, we mentioned Zelda's producer Eiji Aonuma said that he would be interested in greenlighting a Zelda movie, which has naturally led to the question of casting. Russ commented, after Chris Pratt as Mario, I'm sure the Zelda movie would cast Morgan Freeman as Link.
I'm thinking Scarlett Johansson as Link. She can play anything.
She can play anything? I mean, you could do worse. I don't know, man, but we want to know what you think. So who would you cast for a Zelda in a Zelda movie? Or Link, any one of the characters. Let us know in the comments.
All right, it's time to talk about new releases. Bigger and better than ever, Company of Heroes 3 combines heart-pounding combat with deeper strategic choices in a stunning Mediterranean theater of war. Every battle tells you a story. What's yours? Company of Heroes 3 coming to PS5, Xbox Series X, May 30th.
Return to Grace. A daring space archaeologist has just unearthed the ancient resting place of a long-lost AI god known as Grace. Adventure with various fractured AI personalities as you uncover the great mystery of why she was shut down all those years ago. Return to Grace is coming to PC May 30th.
Shame Legacy is a first-person survival horror set in a forsaken cultist village. Attempt to survive using stealth, solve puzzles, and unravel the mystery that is haunting you. Shame Legacy coming to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One, May 30th.
System Shock Remake is a complete remake of the groundbreaking original from 1994, combining cult gameplay with all new HD visuals, updated controls, and overhauled interface, all with new sounds and music. Fight to the death in the depths of space. System Shock Remake is coming to PC May 30th.
Chicory is coming to Xbox. Experience a top-down adventure game in a coloring book world full of vibrant characters. Use painting powers to explore, solve puzzles, make friends, and draw on anything. From the creators of Wondersong and Celeste, Chicory, a colorful tale, coming to Xbox Series X and Xbox One, May 30th.
Decarnation is a story-rich adventure horror game. Solve cryptic puzzles, fight disturbing enemies, explore a phantasmagorical world of dreams and nightmares, and face the most terrifying monsters from the darkest parts of your soul. Decarnation is coming to PC and Switch May 31st.
I did not think you were gonna say that word correctly, and you
Suck my
did. Deep underground, Gloom Girl discovers Doomblade, a sentient weapon hellbent on escape after eons in chains. Together, Doom and Gloom, I love that, embark on a vengeful quest to unlock the powerful abilities and destroy the Dreadlords once and for all in this 2D action Metrovania. Doomblade, coming to PC May 31st.
Gunfire Reborn is a level-based adventure game featuring FPS, roguelite, and RPG elements. Control heroes with various abilities to experience diverse build gameplay, use various weapons to explore procedurally generated levels, play alone, or join 4-player co-op in Gunfire Reborn, coming to PS5 and PS4 June 1st.
Killer Frequency is a first-person horror adventure that puts you in the shoes of Forrest Nash, a late-night radio host whose callers are being stalked by a mysterious killer? Solve puzzles, save lives, and run switchboards, all while listening to a jukebox of retro 80s tunes. Hell yeah. Killer Frequency coming to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, Quest 2, June 1st.
Entry in Odyssey Origins Collection. Probably said that wrong. Tell me how to say it in the comments. Explore the rich beginnings of this RPG franchise with remasters of 3 timeless adventures that inspire players to go on a journey of discovery, mapping deep dungeons and building customized parties for exploring and tactical combat. Entry in Odyssey Origins Collection is coming to Switch and PC June 1st.
Skatebird is coming to PlayStation. Grind on bendy straws, kickflip over staplers, and carve killer lines through cardboard and sticky tape parks. Above all else, Skatebirds try their best. Skatebirds coming to PS5, PS4, June 1st.
Super Mega Baseball 4 is where the legends play. The signature combo of arcade-inspired style and immersive gameplay returns with over 200 baseball legends and a grand slam of presentation upgrades. Super Mega Baseball 4 comes to PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC, June 2nd.
The second title in the Katamari Damacy series has returned in a remastered power-up version. This new reroll comes with improved graphics and gameplay enhancements. In Royal Reverie, roll up Katamari as the king of all cosmos in his boyhood. We love Katamari reroll, Royal Reverie, coming to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, June 2nd.
And finally, it's a big one. Here comes Capcom's newest challenger, Street Fighter 6 represents the next evolution in the Street Fighter series. Powered by Capcom's RE engine, Street Fighter 6 will include 3 distinct game modes, new control styles, a highly evolved combat system, and a legendary roster of fighters. Street Fighter 6 is coming to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, and PS4 June 2nd.
And that is the show for this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you've been missing Jack, he should be back next week. So look forward to that, and also look forward to more video game news and updates from us every week right here on Inside Gaming. Have a great weekend.
See you around.
I cracked my arm.
You okay? You okay? Go check out all our videos. If you want more gaming news, stories, updates, and cool stuff and shorts, go check out the playlist right now. Click it. Do the thing. See you there.